Yep, I scored 327 in the 2024 Jamb examination, and in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you everything I did that helped me ace my examination. What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Benita here, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. First of all, the most important thing that I had that helped me ace my examination was that I had a motivation factor. Your motivation factor could be anything. My motivation factor was a girl called Kamsi Ube Samuel. You might know her. She's the highest Jamb scorer of 2023, and I was scrolling on YouTube, trying to get a video on how to score above 300, and I bumped on one of her videos where she was being interviewed. Just seeing her, like her score 360, it gingered me. It made me want to, study more. And upon seeing her, everything she did, I was motivated. I was like, I wanted to be like this girl. And every moment, anything I'm doing, anytime I'm lazy, anytime I feel like I don't want to study, I remember Kamsi. Kamsi studied 6 hours. What am I doing? Kamsi used test driller. Like, what am I doing? Just having her in my head, she scored 360. Girl, me, why can't I score to 300? My main goal was to, be interviewed like Kamsi, but I didn't reach that goal. But I reached my goal of scoring 300. So you having a motivation factor could push you, a motivation factor could be anything. It could be to make yourself proud. It could be to make your dad proud, your mom proud, or to prove those people that say that you're dumb wrong. It could be anything at all. It could be to be like a role model or to impress somebody at all. But you having a motivation factor is the key. If you don't have a motivation factor, if you don't have something that motivates you, I don't think you feel like doing anything, because once you're motivated, you are pushed. You are pushed. Okay, secondly, the other thing I did that helped me score 327 in Jamb was that I started early. I didn't wait till like it was 2 weeks to Jamb or 3 weeks to Jamb and 3 months or 2 months to Jamb before I started preparing. Definitely not. As soon as I entered SS3, just like Kamsi, I started my preparations. I started intensely. Why starting early is very important, because it will help you to analyze your study method. It will help you to check out things that are working and things that are not working. When I started preparing for Jamb, I was answering past questions the wrong way. But with time, I got to understand that it wasn't working, so I shifted my goal. So that is why starting early is great, because it will help you cover everything. The Jamb has provided a syllabus, and once you start early, you'll be able to cover everything. Me starting early was a great bonus for me. Like, if I had started 2 months to Jamb, the pressure would have been high, and I would have been ranging in the 250 range, which is not something I wanted. Thirdly, the thing I did that helped me score that high in Jamb was that I studied smart. There's a difference between you studying hard and studying smart. When you're studying hard, you're reading piles and piles and piles, and you're doing everything you could possibly do. But when you're studying smart, you're not even studying as much as you do studying hard. You're only utilizing methods that are appropriate. Like me, I didn't have to read millions and zillions of textbooks. I just read what was necessary. Mind you, I didn't have any Jamb tutorial. I didn't go for any Jamb tutorial. I didn't have any Jamb lecturers. I didn't even go to one of the best schools. Just like Kamsi, she attended Deeper Life where they oriented them on the Jamb everything. But me, my school was like a local school. Like, I did everything by myself. I studied by myself. My books I read by myself. I prepared by myself. Anything I didn't understand, YouTube was available, just like what you're watching now. YouTube was there. I could just search it. And that was a major level up for me. I made sure I learned how to use the Jamb calculator. When I was studying, when I was answering past questions, I didn't use the a scientific calculator we use in school, because I knew that Jamb wouldn't that would not be used during the Jamb day. I learned how to use past questions the right way. I learned how to answer past questions. I would do my past questions, find out why I failed things and why I got things. I studied based on the Jamb syllabus, and anything I didn't understand, I didn't find in my textbook, I will go on YouTube and search it. For example, a pH calculations in chemistry. In our textbook, in the chemistry textbook, they will give you logs, but in the Jamb calculator there's nothing like logs. So I just searched on YouTube how to solve pH calculations on Jamb with during Jamb, and they showed me how to do it, and that question came out on my Jamb day. And you see, studying smart is something that's going to level you up. You don't have to study everything you find in your textbook. Study what Jamb tells you to study. I don't know if you've heard of what is called active recall, but I was a major participant of active recall. Participant, whatever. Active recall is just like you trying to recall at any given time. You will not necessarily be with your textbook. I do this whenever I'm working, whenever I'm washing plates, whenever I'm cooking, whenever I'm ironing, anything at all. I'll think back at what I read. I'll think back at that past question, something I feel that made me read my book, and I'll try to test myself if I can remember. And active recall is something that you should be practicing as you're preparing for Jamb, because it will help test your brain capacity, if you can really carry, if your carrying capacity is okay. And that is something that you should be practicing. That was something that I did it constantly right from day one. I didn't even know it was called active recall, but I was always doing it. Even maybe I could be with a book and pen, and I'll start balancing the equation. I'll be forming equations in my head and start balancing it. All these major things I did helped me. The studying. You have to study smart. Don't study hard. The fourth thing I did that helped me score high in Jamb was that I used Jamb CBTs. Mind you, I didn't have to pay money to go for any Jamb tutorial. I didn't have a phone. I used my mom's phone. So I downloaded Tedrilla because that was what Kamsi used, and Kamsi was my role model. I was trying to be like her. That is why she have a role model or something. So I downloaded Tedrilla, paid the activation fee, and started practicing. Why I recommend CBT apps, because it will just give you this Jamb kind of feeling, because Jamb is computerized and your phone is kind of a computer kind of thing, and you will set your time for 2 hours. Don't get me wrong, even using hard copy past questions, you could set your time. And I use CBT apps a lot. Even in my past questions, I studied almost all the years, and this was like, it prepared me so much. And if you don't have the money to pay an activation fee, you could use this CBT app called 30. If you watch my previous video, I said that in it, and you could use that CBT app. It's completely free and it has great features. It's like my fifth point where I had God's backing. Like, I prayed to God, you know upon seeing Kamsi's video, like, this urge to like score above 300 was in me. It made me grow closer to God. All those videos where they'll say courses that will make you go closer to God. I don't know if I should call Jamb a course, but Jamb really helped me to get closer to God, because I really wanted it. I prayed, I fasted, I did everything I knew I could do just to score it. If I hadn't scored 300, I don't know, I would have been very miserable, but God answered my prayers. I didn't get the interview, I didn't, score highest in 2024, but it's something that is good. This final thing that helped me score 327 in Jamb was something that a lot of persons are struggling with, and that is distractions. When I was preparing for Jamb, I didn't have a phone. Like, I had this kind of strict parents. They were like, I was not going to get a phone until I finished my exams, my WAEC and my Jamb, and they meant it. And I must tell you the truth, it was really helpful, because I didn't have a phone to like check my chats or check my Insta or check this or check that. I was all on my book. My book was like my phone, because I was on it 247. No phone to like check what is happening. The only time I had to do CBT questions was at night when my mom comes back from work. And you see, all these things, like, it really boosted me, it really boosted my study, because I had more time to my books. And night times were for me to watch YouTube videos and for me to take CBT tests. Guys, I know it's difficult, but if you have a phone, I suggest you just put it away for this time. If you can't put it away, then anytime you want to study, know that this is your studying time, and you keep that phone. All these things really helped me in my preparation for the 2024 examination. Remember to put God first. That is should be your number one. Have a motivation factor. Have something that motivates you. If you don't have any person that you want to be like, you could just want to shock people. Just when I scored 327, my entire village was shocked with the head of it. I even had to start lying because I was afraid, village people. Just your motivation factor be to shock people. Those people that think you're not smart enough, just score it and shock them and hear what they will say. And also study smart. Use the best study materials. Even though you don't have the money, you have your phone, download them on your phone. There are chemistry texts, download it. There are CBT apps, download it. Watch YouTube videos that will teach you everything you need. And also start early. Start now. Very soon Jamb registration is going to start and you have not started studying. What are you waiting for? Start studying now. And put out your phone, put out your laptop, put out your tablet, put it away and dedicate this time for your Jamb, because Jamb is not smiling. Jamb is not smiling with you. This year I think Jamb is even going to be harder. So guys, step up, ace up, and grind. Thank you so much for watching this video to this point, and do remember to like the video if you found it helpful, subscribe and leave a comment. Anything, any question at all, anything you feel like I missed, anything you want to add, or if you've already written Jamb and you want to share your score, feel free to leave that in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next video.